Welcome to ABA 10 Talk, a rapid-fire conversation with members from American Business Associates. I'm Dave Goldberg from Digital Waterworks Productions. Today, I'm joined by Beth Granger from Beth Granger Consulting. She always has a lot to say, and we have 10 minutes, so let's jump right in. Welcome, Beth.
Thank you.
So my first question for you is about LinkedIn. LinkedIn has evolved into more than just a job-seeking platform. How do professionals use it for content marketing and personal branding?
Oh, that we need a lot more than 10 minutes for that.
I know.
But imagine a house.
Yeah.
The strong foundation is your profile and your business page, if you have a business. On top of that, the connecting, the engaging, the conversations, and on top of that, the content. So it's really a mix of all those things. Okay.
So what are the key elements of a LinkedIn profile that stand out and attract opportunities, that get people to notice you on LinkedIn?
Well, it seems silly, but you should have a photo. Not everybody does. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to have a conversation with an empty head.
Is it critical to have a professional photo, or is a selfie acceptable?
I wouldn't say you need a professional photo, although that is ideal. But if you're taking it yourself, it shouldn't be you with your arm around somebody cut off at a wedding or something like that.
Right, you see a lot of those. And you also see the bad selfies, where people are, just doing this. And those oftentimes seem more distracting to me than a professional photo. Okay, great. Everyone has hundreds, sometimes thousands of friends on LinkedIn and other social platforms. What are the best practices for reaching out and building authentic connections on LinkedIn, especially with people they don't know personally?
Well, I think of it like a networking event or a networking group, but online. Mm-hmm. So everybody should have their own philosophy about who they will connect with and who they won't connect with. So if you've met somebody in person, absolutely connect with them. If you're trying to connect with people that you don't know yet, maybe you have a common connection and can actually get an introduction. That's more ideal than reaching out cold because of all the bad behavior that we see there.
It's interesting. I go on people's LinkedIn profiles, some people who I know or some people who I would like to know, and you'll see who you're mutually connected with or who your mutual connections are. And you wonder often, or at least I do those people really know those people? Is there a way to know that? Like, can I go on your profile, see, Charlie Smith, I know Charlie Smith, he must know Beth. And a lot of times the answer is no, they don't really know each other. You just accepted him as a friend or,
Exactly.
Contact.
You can't tell how close that relationship is necessarily. I mean, can you dig in somebody's posts and see if the person's commented? But not necessarily.
So what's the best way if I did go on your profile and I see that we have 10 mutual contacts and I want to get to know you? What is a good pathway to get to know you? Because I could obviously request on LinkedIn to be connected to you, but you may or may not see that. And if you do see it, you might be like, who's this guy, Dave Goldberg? And just, blow it off. But if I do want to have that meaningful connection and I see 10 mutual contacts, what's the path?
So best path is to get an introduction. So to look at those 10 people, who do you know the best? Mm-hmm. Reach out to that person and say, how well do you really know whoever it is? Are you open to making an introduction? If you want to introduce yourself, or maybe you don't have a common connection, this is really sneaky, don't tell anybody. So you would go to their profile, and if they share content, engage with their content.
Comment
it's like
on
joining a conversation.
Right.
And then, this is the sneaky part, ask a question. As if they had just said that thing that they said in their post.
Right.
What would you respond?
And you were raising a hand and saying, what do you mean by this? Or that's a great point.
But authentically, a real question that you have. Then that person, what are they going to do? They're going to respond. So you're now in conversation with somebody. So when you send a connection invite, you can say, thanks so much for that conversation about XYZ. How about we connect? They're much more likely to accept.
Good point. Excellent point. For entrepreneurs and business owners, how can LinkedIn be used as a tool for lead generation?
Again, there's so many different ways, but extending your connections, so meeting new people, introducing people to other people, introducing yourself, of course, sharing content to stay in front of your network.
Okay. Algorithms and trends, and everybody is always talking about the algorithms. What are some current trends or algorithm insights that professionals should know to optimize their LinkedIn profiles and to, accelerate engagement?
It's a dilemma because the algorithm seems to always be changing. You could be part of a test group. I could say something right now and somebody goes and they don't see that the case. So I tend to worry less about the algorithm and what they're promoting right now. For instance, they seem to be all into video. So if you share video, will that get seen more? Maybe. But instead worry about the kind of content that you would like to engage with and share that kind of content.
I know you do a lot of videos, or you post a lot of videos on LinkedIn, and this is video. I mean, we're doing a lot of video now. You said may or may not be helpful. It certainly can't hurt.
Correct.
What does video do to enhance somebody's LinkedIn profile?
Well, I feel like it makes somebody feel like they know you better because they can hear you, they can see you. It's different than reading. I mean, I love to read.
Body language.
Yeah.
Right.
But some people, I actually prefer to read content than watch video. That's just me.
That's what you and I don't have in common. I just don't like to read. This is almost over. That's why we call it the 10 Talk. How do people find more out about Beth Granger?
Well, of course, I'm on LinkedIn. LinkedIn, yep. I'm there, and I do have a website, bethgranger.com.
Okay, Beth Granger. And what will we learn about you on your LinkedIn and your website?
Oh, well, so what I do, what my business is, who I support. If you read far enough my About section, you'll learn that I'm a sci-fi fan. Yeah.
Okay. Last question.
Yes.
What's your legacy? What are you leaving on this planet? And hopefully,
well,
we have a long ways.
My children.
Okay, great. I'll take your children. Well, if you've enjoyed this conversation with Beth and you'd like to learn more about other ABA members, see other interviews, visit our website at abanetworking.com. Thanks, and we'll see you soon.